So what's worth more? $60,000. I'll give you $60,000 today, or $100,000, but it's paid out $1,000 a year every year for 10 years. And today we're going to discuss what is worth more and a concept called net present. Morrell with Kaplan Morrell. We've been helping injured and disabled workers since 1997, one form or the other, and we would love to help you. Today we're going to discuss something that's really critical to understand about settlements, and it's a concept called net present value. What does net present value mean? Net present value is the value of a string of payments in the future, what they're worth today. And I'm going to give you this example using some coins, and that is, you've got a choice. You could either get $60,000, we'll pretend each of these is worth $10,000 today, or you can get $1,000 a year, 10 payments over the next 10 years for $100,000. Which is worth more? We're going to talk about that and how it's calculated, because the answer might surprise you. So I want to explain net present value in the sense of a financial term, and that is, it's a financial calculation based upon how much is getting paid over what period of time and what are the current interest rates available to a company to be able to invest or save money and earn money on. And all of those things combine to get you the value of payments in the future, what they're worth today. So in our example, you've got a choice between getting $60,000 today or getting $10,000 a year every year for 10 years for a total of $100,000. And you might think, oh, $100,000 is worth way more than $60,000. I'll take the $100,000. But let's talk about what that means. All right, if I need to pay you $60,000 today, then what do I need today? The answer is kind of obvious. I need $60,000 to pay you today. So that's the value of the money. But if I need to pay you $1,000 a year for 10 years, how much money do I need today to do that? So in my example here, I have a series of 10 payments over the years. And if I have to pay you $10,000 today, how much do I need today? And the answer should be obvious. I need $10,000 today. So to pay you for today, I need $10,000 today. But how much do I need to pay you $10,000, not today, but in a year from now? Let's pretend interest rates are around 10%. So if that's the case, then I only need basically $9,000 and change. Just to make things simple, I'll call it $90,000. If I have $90,000 today, I put that money in the bank, and what happens? In 1 year, when you come back, I've earned another $1,000 of interest, and so now I've made that $9,000 into $10,000. You come back, and I go, here's your $10,000. Okay. Now, what happens to give you? What do I need to give you $10,000 in 2 years? Well, now I can get 2 years of interest instead of just one. And so meanwhile, the first year comes and goes, and I get some interest, and the second year comes and goes, and I get a little more interest. You show up at my door, and now I've turned that $8,000 into $10,000, and I give you your $10,000. You're happy, I'm happy. Same thing. What about the third year? Again, maybe I only need $7,000 and change. Each year for 3 years, I'm earning interest until year 3, I've got $10,000. And I give you that $10,000. And we do this all the way down to the check, or the time I'm going to give you on the 10th payment. I may only need $1,000 or a little more. And every year I'm going to earn a little bit of interest until that $1,000, 9 years from now, is going to turn into $10,000. And so you can see here what I need today in order to pay you $10,000 a year is a lot less In fact, the present value, roughly, of getting 10,000 a year for 10 years, if interest rates are about 10%, is maybe I only need 55,000 today to put in the bank. And with that, I've got enough money to pay you 10,000 a year every year for the next 10 years, starting today and the last payment 9 years from now. And so that is what we call the net present value of money. Again, how much a future payments will be is going to depend a lot on interest rates. The higher the interest rates are, the less money I need to put away to be able to satisfy my obligation to pay something in the future. The lower the interest rates, the more money I have to put away today in order to pay it out. And so if you are looking at a settlement where you are having to figure out what's the value of getting money every week, every month for the next 20 years, you need to be aware that we're going to drill that down, reduce that into how much is that worth today, because that's the value that your settlement should be based on. Hopefully this video helps you. As you can tell, it's kind of complicated and fact dependent, and it's really important that you get not only an attorney who knows the law and knows how to value things, but also that your attorney brings on a professional, financial professional, to be able to make sure that the value that you're being told today is the net present value is in fact the actual market value. You can't imagine how often we get into settlement conferences and I get insurance companies saying, oh no, the net present value isn't 100,000, it's only 80,000. I'm like, what interest rate are you using? Because there's nobody giving that kind of return on the money. How do I know that? I'm not a financial professional, but I've got someone in my corner who helps advise my clients to make sure that they get everything they're entitled to. And with that, thank you for spending part of your time with me. Bye.